Klay Thompson just got traded, and nepotism is back, baby, and it's here to stay. But before we start talking about the GOAT in the room, we are going to rank the biggest off-season trades and signings in no particular order whatsoever. And only then we will start talking about Bronny Le Sperm Jr. Klay Thompson signed with the Dallas Mavericks after they just lost the NBA Finals versus Boston. It was a really close series, not gonna lie. Klay joining Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving might enable him to hit even more open shots than before. That might be just what he needs to revitalize his career before he gets too old to bear. We've all heard that he went 0-10 in his last game with the Golden State Warriors, an elimination game against the Sacramento Kings. But looking at the bright side, Klay off the bench has been averaging 19.8 points per game, 4.2 3-pointers per game on 46, 43, 96 shooting splits. Not that bad if you ask me. Could he potentially be the new sixth man in Dallas? Or will he start instead of Derrick Jones Jr., who just went to the LA Clippers? I think it's now safe to say that it's finally over with the Golden State Warriors dynasty, and maybe, hopefully, the beginning of a new one. But only future will tell what Stephen Curry's next plans will be. Will he be staying at the Golden State Warriors, or also look for another team after the next season? All in all, getting rid of Hardaway and adding Klay Thompson to the roster during the offseason was a really smart move by Mark Cuban, in comparison to his crypto scams, of course. Paul George joined the Philadelphia 76ers in the East and left Kawhi alone with Harden's sore ass. At least he got Derrick Jones Jr. now. So, Embiid, Maxey and PJ13 together? Seems like at least one of them won't play more than 60 games next season. But I can see Maxey and PG carrying them to the second round of the NBA playoffs during Embiid's next absence.
George, way off, it's the side of the backboard.
Mikal Bridges joins the New York Knicks. I have a controversial opinion on this trade, so hear me out. I would say this trade is an absolute win for both teams, the Nets and the Knicks alike. The Knicks can recreate their Villanova team from back in the day. The Brooklyn Nets, on the other hand, had no other choice than to rebuild after the devastating loss of KD and Kyrie in the same season, as well as with their problem of superstar bench player Ben Simmons. And who would have guessed, another Ben Simmons summer workout video popped up out of nowhere. Ben 10 is finally hitting threes and jumpers. Yeah. Sure, of course he is. We all look good in an empty gym.
A rare, complete breakdown.
Chris Paul really joined Victor Wembanyama's San Antonio Spurs. Now he's finally part of the rainbow flag. Wembanyama got the help he desperately needed. But instead of Trae Young, CP3, the point guard himself, stepped up. Exciting times to be an NBA fan, for sure. Europe is balling! Oh, and Jamal Murray went to the New Orleans Pelicans. Pretty good, cause him and Trae had a negative net rating in their time playing together. The opposite of what their front office was hoping for when these two were teamed up together. Alright, let's talk about Bronny. So, this part is unscripted, of course. He just signed a 4-year, $7.9 million deal, which is a lot, don't get me wrong. I mean, for his standards and for his family standards, it's probably just peanuts. But I'm still sad that LeBron didn't do the funniest thing ever and made JJ Redick sign to the Lakers and made the Lakers draft Bronny and didn't just leave in free agency. If he had left in free agency, it would have been the funniest thing ever. Imagine leaving the Lakers with Bronny and JJ Redick. In all honesty though, everybody's talking about nepotism and stuff, and I would just say, like, nepotism is everywhere in the NBA, in sports in general, and if you want to start talking about nepotism, go look at the management of a few of these teams. That's where you should really start grinding. Expectations are pretty low for Bronny, and I'm just wishing him the best, especially because it's a one-in-a-lifetime historic feat. I'm just excited for all the Daddy LeBron jokes. And do you think Bronny will call his dad LeBron on court? Or Dad? Or Mr. James? Like, what will he do? Okay, this video sucks, I'm so sorry. In comparison to his crypto scams. Keine Ahnung. Das sucks, Alter.